Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you all are good. My name is Tejas and I am a consultant trainer at Sankyana Consultancy Service from the last 4 years. Okay. So today in this webinar session, right, we are going to discuss on the topic understanding the data structure in Python. Okay. But before starting on this topic, okay, before starting on this topic, that is data, understanding the data structure in Python, let us talk about the Sankyana first. So Sankyana is an IT firm which provides the consulting, analytic and training to the student and professional from the last 8 years. Now, so so before discussing on this topic, right, we will first understand what is Python. Okay, what is Python? So Python is widely used right now and widely used in the field of the data science due to its simplicity, versatility and extensive ecosystem of the library and tools. Okay, it provides you a rich set of the library especially designed for the data analysis, machine learning and the scientific computing. Okay, so Python, right, Python is your high level language. I'm discussing about the Python, right? So it has some properties like we can say Python is your high level language, general purpose language, interpreted, interactive and the object oriented programming language with the automated memory management. Okay, so we use this Python, right? Okay, today Python is very popular, right, in the programming field, right? So why is it so and where do we use this Python? So we use the Python for the web development, we use the Python in the machine learning, along with we use the Python in the gaming industry, right? Even for the software industry also to develop the software, right? So it is widely used in the software development, language development and enterprise and business application. Okay, so what we are going to discuss apart from that, right, Python has the different library. When I'm talking about the Python, right, so Python have the different type of library, like you can say the NumPy. Okay, NumPy, right? So NumPy, right, it stands for the numerical Python. Okay, so it is a fundamental library for the numerical computing in the Python, and it also provides you the support for the large and the multi-dimensional array and the matrix, along with the collection of mathematical functions to operate on them efficiently. Apart from that, we have the different library. Okay, I was talking about the library now. So we have the different library, like we have the pandas also. Okay, we have the matplotlib also, right? Okay, that we use. Okay, that we use in the Python. Okay, right. We have the Seaborn also, right? So these all are the library, right? Python provides the extensive library. Okay, extensive library. So whenever you have to use all this, right, you need to only import the Python. So like Python, like NumPy, right? It provides you the numerical computation. In the same way, Panda, right? It is one of your powerful library for the data manipulation and analysis, right? Okay, in the same way we have the matplotlib. So matplotlib is your plotting library that enable you to create a wide range of visualization, including you can say the plot, scatter plot, bar plot, histogram. So like that we can plot a different type of graph. In the same way we have the Seaborn here also, right? So Seaborn is your high level statistical visualization library built on the top of matplotlib. Okay, so this is a little bit about the Python, right? Okay, but here, right, in this today's session, right, we are going to discuss about the data structure. Okay, now let us go and understand what is the meaning of data structure and what we are going to discuss in the today session. So we are going to discuss about the Python, feature of the Python, what are the inbuilt data type, and in the last we will discuss the data structure. Okay, now what is Python? Okay, introduction to the Python. So as I said in the beginning, right, so Python is your high level language, general purpose, interpreted, interactive, right, and object oriented programming language with the automated memory management. Okay, we use Python in the web development, in the machine learning application, right, and we along with that we also use it in the software industry, or you can say to develop the game also, right. So we use it, right. So who had developed the Python? So Python was developed by the Guido van Rossum in 1989. Okay, and the name Python, right, the name Python was selected from the TV show, and the name of the TV show was the Complete Monty Python Circus. Okay, which was broadcasted in the BBC from 1969 to 1924. Okay, now next we have the feature of the Python. So we have the different feature of the Python, right? Like we have the free and open source. So what is the meaning of free and open source, right? So we can use the Python software without any license, okay, and it is freeware, and its source code. When I'm talking about the source code, every programming language, right, every software, right, it has some source code. Okay, it has some source code, right. So when the language, okay, so Python is an open source language, right. So what does it mean? It means that you can change the source code. Okay, here the programmer can change the source code as per their requirement. Okay, so that is the meaning of open source programming language. Okay, so Python is your free and open source. Okay, so it is a software, right. It is a software that is both free software and the open source software, where anyone is free to use, copy and study and change the software in any way, right. So here the source code is openly shared so that the programmer can improve the design of the software as per the requirement. Okay, next feature of the Python is simple and easy to learn. Okay, so Python is a simple programming language. Okay, and when we read the Python program, right, we feel like reading the English language statement. Okay, the syntax are very simple, and we have only in the Python, right, we have only the 30 plus keyword, okay, that are available, and when compared with the other language, right, so okay, so here we can reduce the development and cost of the project. Okay, so whenever I am talking about the C++, Java, right, so they are comparatively tougher than the Python. Okay, but this Python is very simple and easy to learn. Next we have Python, right. The next feature we have high level programming language. Okay, high level programming language. So what is the meaning of high level programming language? So it means that the language which is easy to understand, okay, which is easy to understand, second, we can learn by the program, right, and the third the language is user friendly. Okay, user friendly, right? So it is a high level programming language. Okay, so Python is a high level programming language, and hence it is a programmer friendly language. Okay, so being a programmer, right, we are not required to concentrate on the low level activity, like you can say the memory management and its security. Now it is a platform, right? Next feature of the Python is platform dependency. Okay, so what is the meaning of Python? When I'm talking about the Python, right? So Python is your platform independent. Okay, it is your platform independent. Okay, so Python program are platform independent because here the program are developed and executed on the multiple operating system, like you can say the Linux, Windows, and the Apple Macs operating system. Okay, so once we write the program in the Python, okay, it can run on any platform without rewriting the program once again. Okay, so internally here the PVM, that is Python virtual machine, right, it is responsible to convert the machine understandable form. The next we have the dynamic programming language. Okay, dynamic programming language. So in Python, right, we are not required to declare the type of the variable. Whenever we are assigning the value, based on the value, the type will be allocated automatically. So hence Python is considered as a dynamically programming language. After that, extensible. Okay, so Python is your extensible language, and we can write the Python program in other programming language, like you can say C, C++, right? This means that the Python is extensible language. Okay, you can write the code in the other language in your Python source code. Now, embedded. Okay, so Python provides you the ability to implement some of the functionality of your application in the Python. Okay, so that is the meaning of embedded. Okay, so or you can also say like that we can use the Python program in any other language program, and we can embed the Python program anywhere, right? Now, what is the meaning of interpreter? Okay, interpreter. So Python is your you can say like that interpreted language. Okay, so here the source code of the Python program is converted into, so whatever the code we write, okay, whatever the code we write in the Python, what happened first? So first that code or Python program is converted into the bytecode, and then it is executed by the Python virtual machine. Okay, now coming to next, inbuilt data type. Okay, so whenever I am talking about the data structure, okay, whenever I am talking about the data structure in the Python, so in Python, right, we have the two type of the data structure. One is the primitive data structure, okay, and the second we have the non-primitive data structure. Non-primitive data structure. Okay, so what is the meaning of primitive data structure? Okay, what is the meaning of primitive data structure? So in primitive data structure, so this is your primitive, or you can also call it an inbuilt data type. Like we have the inbuilt data type like integer, float, string, right? Okay, and complex, right? So what is the meaning of all this? Okay, what is the meaning of all this? So when I'm talking about the integer, right? Okay, but before that, what is data type? Okay, what is data type? So every value in the Python has a data type, and since everything is an object in the Python programming language, so here the data type are actually in the form of the class and the variable or instance of these classes. Okay, so here we have the integer, right? So So when I'm talking about the integer, right? Okay, okay. So integer, right? What is your integer? So when I'm writing a is equal to 10, right? So, or integer can be in the like whole number, right? Okay, natural number, right? So like we are writing, suppose I am writing a is equal to 1, 2, 3, like this. Okay, it is your integer. Okay, fine. In the same way, the next data type we have the float. Okay, next data type we have the float, right? So float means what? A number which is containing the decimal value. Decimal value like this, c is equal to 10.5, right? So it is containing the decimal value, right? So what is your data type? That is float. In the same way, a string, right? So what is a string? So a string is your sequence of Unicode character. Okay, we can use, so whenever we have to define the string in the Python, so we write the string in the double quotation, or you can say the single quotation mark. Okay, so we can use the quotes or the double quotes to represent the string, right? So a string in the Python, right, it consists of a series, or you can say the sequence of the character, letter, number, and the special character. Okay, so a string, right, a string can be indexed. Okay, now in the same way, next we have the complex. Okay, that is complex data type. So what is the meaning of complex data type? So complex data type, right? So it contains the complex data type. It consists of the real part and the imaginary part. Suppose I am writing here a plus ib. Okay, so a, right? A is your imaginary part and ib is your, sorry, a is your real part. Okay, a is your real part and ib is your imaginary part. Okay, so whenever I am discussing the complex number, right, complex data type, so it consists of real part as well as imaginary part. Okay, imaginary part of the number. Getting now when I am talking about the non-primitive data type. Okay, so non-primitive data type is your list, tuple, set, and dictionary. Right. So what is your list? Okay, what is your list? So list, it is an order sequence of item. Okay, and it is one of the most used data type in the Python, and it is very flexible. Okay, it is very flexible, and all the data type in the Python, okay, or you can say all the item in the Python, okay, in a list does not need to be in the same type. Okay, so here whenever we have to define the Python, right, so it is, whenever we have to define the list in the Python, so it is enclosed in a square bracket. Okay, it is enclosed in the square bracket. So I can write like this. Okay, suppose I am writing a 1 2, right, c, right. So these are the element of the list. Okay, so Okay, sorry everyone, due to network issue, was unable to, okay, fine. So I was discussing about the list, right? So list, right, it is an order collection of item that is included in a square bracket, okay? And when I'm discussing about the list, right, so the element in the list, right, it can be the heterogeneous element. What is the meaning of heterogeneous element? So suppose I am writing the element within a list, okay? I am writing here a, okay? So that is a string, right? 1, 2, 2.3, right? And after that I am writing here the b, okay? So here you can see that. So here we have, when I am talking about the heterogeneous, right? So heterogeneous means what? So it can be a mixture of the different data type. So you can see that this is your string, this is your integer, that is int data type. We have the float data type and the b, right? So that is your string, okay? String. Now coming to the next, that is tuple, okay? So tuple is also an order sequence of item, okay? Item same as the list, okay? Only difference is that, okay, only difference is that the tuple is mutable, okay? The tuple is immutable, and the list is mutable. List is mutable, okay? So what is the meaning of mutable? What is the meaning of mutable? Suppose here we have the list, right? We have the list, and suppose if we want to change the element of this list, okay, so you can easily change the element of the list, okay? So that is the meaning of mutable, okay? So element can be changed in a list data type, but what is the meaning of immutable? So meaning of immutable is we cannot change the element from the tuple, okay? So that is the meaning of tuple here, okay? So you will not able to change the element. And one more thing, right? Once the element is created here, right? Once the element that you have created in the tuple, right, it cannot be modified, okay? And how do we write the element here? So we write the element of the tuple in the parenthesis, okay? We write it in the parenthesis, okay? Next we have the set. So set, right? Set is an unordered collection of unique item, and it is defined by the value that is separated by a comma inside the curly braces, okay? So whenever we have to define the set, okay, the element of the set are inside the curly braces, okay, inside the curly braces. So suppose I am writing here 1, 2, 3, right? So here the element of the set, okay, element of the set are within the braces, curly braces, and all the elements are separated by a comma, okay? All the elements are separated by a comma. In the same way, so when I am talking about the set, right, we can perform the different type of the operation here, like you can perform the set operation, like you can say the union, intersection, okay? So you can perform, okay? You can perform here. After that we have the dictionary, okay? Dictionary. So what is dictionary? So dictionary is an unordered collection of key and value pair, okay? So here, right, I said dictionary is an unordered collection of key and value pair. So whenever you define the element in the dictionary, right, and here the element are included within the curly braces, and what is the syntax for this? So the key colon value, okay, key and value pair. So here the element of the dictionary will be in the form of key and value pair. Okay, so suppose here I am writing key. Okay, I am writing here A, right? A, what will be the value? So the value will be 1, followed by comma. You can define the another element, that is B. Okay, B colon 2. Okay, so here all the elements in the dictionary are in the form of key and value pair. Okay, so this is your first element, this is your second element, right? So here the elements are in the form of key and value pair. Okay, and one more thing I just wanted to let you know, whenever we execute the code, suppose I am writing A is equal to dictionary A colon 1 comma B colon 2, right? So how it is going to store internally? Okay, so it is going to store in the hash object. Okay, those who have the knowledge of C and the C++, like, okay, so they know about the hash object. Okay, hash object. So what is the meaning of hash object? Okay, so here, right here, this key and the value pair, right, it is going to store in the table of form. Okay, it is going to store in the table of form. Suppose this is my table, right, and so here it will be your key and another column will be your value. Okay, another column will be the value. So here I am writing, suppose what is my key in the first element, so that is A. Okay, what is the value? The value is 1. Okay, in the same way we have the another key, that is B, and what is the value? The value is 2. Okay, so whatever the element that we write, okay, that we define in the dictionary data type, right, so it is going to store in a tabular format. Okay, in the form of key and the value pair. Okay, look like this. Okay, so this is all about, that is your list, tuple, set and dictionary. Okay, now okay, coming to the branch, so let us talk about the Sankhyanna. So Sankhyanna, right, it is an IT firm which provides you the consulting, analytic, training to the student and professional from the last 8 years. Okay, so we have a different branch office in India as well as in the Kenya, right? So in India, right, so these are the address and you can say the contact number of the India branch. So we have the office in the Kamnahalli, Bangalore, and this is your contact number. Apart from that, we have another office in the Bangalore as well. So we have another office that is in the HSR layout, sector 2, Bangalore, and this is the contact number. And apart from that, we have another branch in the Dehri Onson, Rohtas, Bihar, and this is your contact number. Okay, so if you have any technical query or non-technical query related to the consulting, analytic and training, okay, so you can contact at this number. Okay, you can contact at this number. Okay, fine. So thank you everyone for, and if you want to reach out to us, right, you can also visit to our website, that is www.sankhyanna.com. Okay, so thank you everyone for joining this session and listening to this session. Okay, thank you everyone.